What's going on, guys? StormyIV here, and today I'll be showing you 5 Death Wish grinder builds. Can be also used as dodge builds, but they will be mainly low detection. The one build I have is higher detection, but it'll be mainly around the explosive bow and the Gruber Curse pistol, which I will be showing you some other weapons if you don't want to run these that you can also use to have pretty low concealment. So for the first build, I have a grinder. This grinder build is the one I usually run when I'm playing with my friends in group. This is the one I use to solo Hoxton Breakout on Death Wish. This would be for shaped charges, Akimbo, and then this is the higher detection build. So we're just gonna start with a normal build. So you're gonna want based equilibrium, or aced equilibrium, sorry. Aced gunslinger, aced inspire, since you're playing on Death Wish, you know, it's good to be able to get your teammates up very quickly. And inspire allows you to do that, especially from a distance. Especially if they're in a bad position, you can get them up. Pistol Messiah, I got basic Pistol Messiah. You know, one charge, that's all it's got, unfortunately. You know, to get yourself up, say a teammate can't, you're far away, something happened. It's nice to have. Now, I like to get ace stun resistance, but if you don't want ace stun resistance and you're willing to sacrifice it, you will actually have enough points to get ace Pistol Messiah. But, you know, if you're playing with a group and you guys stick close enough, they should be able to get you up if you go down. So you may not necessarily need Pistol Messiah at all. You might not even want to get it basic, depending on your play style or your choice. So you can just go get other things. But that's just what I like to get. Technician, nothing. Ghost, I like to, you know, every build that I run ever, I get ace sprinter. It's very important. Regenerates your stamina faster, increases your sprint speed, and gives you a higher percentage of dodging while you're sprinting. So now this is where you decide, do you want a grinder build or do you want a dodge build? Now, if you're going to be running a dodge build, you're going to ace this. You're going to ace uppers, since you don't have no other way to regen health. You're going to want as many med kits as possible. Then you're going to get low blow, basic trigger happy, basic sneaky bastard, and basic bullseye. And bullseye I really like because it allows you to regenerate armor for each headshot every 2 seconds, 15 armor to be exact. You only got 20 armor, so it regenerates, you know, the majority of your armor. Since we're going with low detection, you don't really need the ace sneaky bastard or low blow. That'll just be wasting your points completely, and this will just give you some more damage. Now, if you were to go with a grinder build, it would be just slightly different, just a quick tweak, since you don't need med kits as much. Nope, we don't want that. So if you're going to go with the grinder build, one more point, we're going to basic uppers, basic swan song. So this way, when you go down, you can move around a little bit and shoot some things. I like having basic swan song, since sometimes it has actually allowed me to finish completing an objective or use inspire to revive a teammate up real quick right before I go down. So that was able to help me. I even revived a teammate once right before I was about to go into custody. I revived a teammate up and he was able to finish off the heist. So it's helpful. I like it. And the reason I'm only going with 7 first aid kits, since you have grinder, you're regenning health anyway. So you really don't need as many med kits. They're not needed as often. So we need one more point. So I just, you know, go down here, get Daredevil, one more point. Basic this, basic low blow. You need one more point. Unlocks the top tier. And I already explained all these. So yeah, now we have 2 extra points since we didn't have the ace uppers. I usually like to go cat burglar. You know, you receive less fall damage, and fast hands. You can pack bags faster. All right, second build, Hoxton Breakout solo build. You want to ace Pistol Messiah, Gunslinger, Equilibrium. Now you're playing by yourself. You don't need Inspire unless you're playing with AI, which I don't really see the point in playing with the AI, since cloakers don't kick you if you're by yourself. So I rather just play by myself. I don't really need the AI. They're not very useful anyway. Pistol Messiah, you got 3 charges. You can get yourself up 3 times if you can get kills with your pistol when you go down. Doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get really unlucky, you get down by a dozer. But that's pretty much the way to go if you're doing solo. Unless you're doing a no downs challenge. I like to get basic stun resistance. And I go with Underdog instead of Die Hard. Die Hard recovers your armory by 15% faster. Underdog, 15% damage bonus and 15% less damage when you're surrounded by 3 or more enemies, which is pretty much always. The reason I go with this is because we're going to be getting basic bullseye, so the armor recovery isn't as crucial. So choose whichever one you want. I prefer underdog. So technician, you're gonna ace hardware expert, and now you have two options. You can basic sharpshooter, or you can basic drill sergeant. Drill sergeant is gonna be more efficient for drilling, 15%. Sharpshooter, 20% more accurate. If you're using the Gruber Kurz pistol, you're not gonna need this at all. If you're using the Leo pistol, maybe, but you do want to be able to drill faster. So pick whichever one you want. I don't remember why I went with this, but I would probably go with drill sergeant, to be honest with you. Now, sprinter. Obviously, you need sprinter. I already explained that. You need to ace that. Now, everything here is the same as the last build. If you're going with a dodge build, then you're going to need to probably sacrifice some points somewhere to save you the 2 points to be able to get all this stuff. But you're going with the grinder build, then it's all the same. Then you have enough for everything. You don't got to sacrifice anything. Alright, onto the C4 build. This is not a solo build. This is another low detection one. Fugitive, you know, everything is the same. Ghost, basic fast hands, ace sprinter, technician. I don't really like some of these skills, so I just usually get all the drill skills, just so I can get the bare minimum amount of points to get ace shaped charges. Enforcer, basic or ace stun resistance, then all the way up to ace equilibrium and basic spotter. Unfortunately, you do not get Inspire, nor can you get Pistol Messiah. You can't even get Gunslinger, unfortunately. But, you know, this is a really good build for a transport heist. I actually have a video on this build. I'll leave it, or showcasing it, I guess. So I'll leave that in the description as well. Same with the Hoxton Breakout one. So this is the Akimbo Grinder / Deathwish. Grinder slash dodge, not Deathwish. What am I talking about? So we're gonna go up here. Ace Inspire, Ace Gunslinger, Ace Equilibrium. Not enough for Pistol Messiah, unless you move around points. But you know, I feel like stun resistance is better. We went with Die Hard over Underdog since we will not be getting Bullseye. Technician, nothing. Ghost, you know, Sprinter. Fugitive, we aced uppers. Then basic low blow, basic trigger happy, basic sneaky bastard, and ace the Akimbo. You don't have to ace the Akimbo, but you do get more ammo, and the pistols don't kick as much. So I would definitely ace them unless you feel it's not important. It's up to you. All right, grinder, or the grinder high detection build. So the only thing different here, you know, ace uppers, ace low blow, ace sneaky bastard, and basic bullseye. Okay. Also, I meant just a side note, acing these lets you get your detection all the way up to 25 and still keep the max effect. So that is the point of acing those for those of you who don't know. And you're gonna want Hidden Blade. Increases your melee concealment by 2, which is good, very helpful. Since we're not gonna be running pistols on this build, I went SMG Specialist, increased reload speed with SMGs by 35%, and the rate of fire by 20%. Now, if you don't really feel you need the rate of fire, just get the basic one, use points elsewhere. Also, I like to get Shinobi, increases your walk speed and your crouch speed. Technician, all the way just up to get max drill skills, or max drilling efficiency. You don't really need the silent drilling, any of that shit. And snap zoom with your rifles, 100% faster. Sniper rifles and assault rifles. Enforcer, I like to get all the way up to basic ammo specialist, so in case your team needs ammo instead of med kits, you can place 2 down. Didn't have enough to ace it for more ammo, but you know, you still got 2 of them, so that's not bad. And then the only reason I went into the Mastermind skill tree was for Dominator. I didn't bother acing it. You can, I don't bother with it. And basic spotter, 15% more damage to marked out specials. The only reason I go in here, once again, for Dominator. If I didn't need it, then I would just be getting Endurance. Alright, so on to the weapon segment of this guide. If you're going to keep the explosive crossbow and you don't want to change that, but you want to change, say, your secondary, and you didn't buy any pistol perks, or you didn't really go heavily into the Mastermind tree for Inspire, or you just don't really feel like using pistols at the moment, you can go with some of these. Micro Uzi, Cobra, Judge, Mark 10, Jacket's Piece, Cobus, which does up your detection a little bit, but still for maximum effect because it's under 5, Pistol Crossbow, and the CMP. So if you don't want to go with pistols and you still want to use explosive crossbow, you have all these options to still keep low detection. Now, what if you want to change it up a little bit, and you want to go with a heavier weapon and then say Gruber Kurz? You got the Cavity 9mm, got a Clarion, the Valkyrie rifle, which is the one I would recommend to use, heavy crossbow, English crossbow, light crossbow, the GL40, which is awesome, and then the Raven shotgun. So if you're going to go with this and then say a Gruber, you can have detection at 6, which is just 1 above 5, so you're still pretty close to maximum effect. You can put on, let's see, the HE rounds, and you can stun dozers, shields, and whatnot. So you can have that just as a stunning weapon, and, you know, it has ammo pickup and whatnot, so that works. Say you want to use a Valkyrie rifle, and you don't want to use a pistol. You can still keep your detection pretty low with most of these weapons here. So you still do have some options if you don't feel like using pistols. But if you use pistols, then your detection will be a little bit lower. Obviously not on this one because the way I have it modified. But with the Gruber Kurz, you can run a Valkyrie rifle and a Gruber and still have 3 detection. So let's go on to the heavier weapons that I like. Lebensauger, Commando, and the Piglet Grenade Launcher. Let's say we're going to use the Commando here. The Lebensauger does have a little bit less concealment than these 2 weapons. So keep that in mind when you're picking your secondaries. But I can still have, say I have 17, so I still have room to go up to 25, and if I don't feel like running a pistol, Micro Uzi, Cobra, Judge, and as you can see, I still have pretty low detection except for with the Cobra, just a little bit 1 over max, so that's not a big deal, but everything else, still within range. So, you can mess around with these weapons. There might be some other weapons you can use, I'm not 100% sure as of right now, but I did go through a lot of them, so... But like I said, my favorite build for low detection, explosive bow, and the Gruber Kurz, or the Valkyrie rifle and the Gruber Kurz, depending on the situation. Melee, I like the kunai knife because if someone gets too close, you gotta reload. You can knife them, you stab them, knife them, stab them, same thing, whatever. But it'll poison them. So if they're poisoned, they'll be throwing up, and they can't melee you back. So that's why I go with the kunai knife, and it has max concealment. Can't really go wrong with it. In my opinion, it is the best melee weapon on a dodge build, or yeah, dodge build that you can have. Molotovs keeps your enemies out. Area denial. The only thing that gets through it really is cloakers, providing they have the health to run through it. So can't go wrong with Molotovs. If not, you know, frag grenades work fine. You know, whatever you want to use. Personal preference on that one. Alright, well, this has been StormyIV. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace!